What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think in the word woman? And what I think is in leadership, courage, ambition, greatness. But there are people who don't think the same. There are some who think that we are worthless, that we don't think, incapable of achieving anything. It is sad and incredible to believe that being in the 21st century, we continue with this mentality. But the problem is not the mentality, but the magnitude and the great amount of it. We are fortunate that we have progressed over the years. However, as far as I'm concerned, I think we could be much better off. Now, on the topic of people's mentality, I want you to think about this. Do all these words affect us in some way? I think that although it is hard for us to accept it, the answer is yes. But we know that we cannot change the mentality of other people. They are not robots to whom only we can change the switch and immediately change their vision towards us. But precisely, this state of people affects us in different ways. For some, they can affect their security. It can make us think that what they say is real, and that it is so complicated for us to achieve what we want that we think we will never do it. Or for others, they can become an obstacle in the way of their greatness, be it at school, at work. But you know what? I think that despite everything, we'll always have a way. Each of us has our own door, which we want to cross, because it is the door to what we dream of. Each door is different, which the path to reach it is not that far, but it is very tight, blocked by difficulties, stereotypes, people holding makeover more difficult, and ideas in our head that do not let us take the leap. There's maybe another, which it is not so difficult to cross, but the way to it is too long and full of obstacles, one and another. And what do I take the reference of the door? Like every door that we still don't know what's in the other side, it causes us intrigue and fear. Like every door opens a path to another, better or worse. And in this case, I promise you it's better. As I said before, each door is different, but they have something in common. We can be waiting for a long time to open it, and big or small, near or far, behind it are our dreams and goals. For a moment, let's think about Marie Curie, Frida Kahlo, Rosa Parks, Hedy Lamarr, but let's not go too far. Maybe your aunt, mother, someone close. Each would have their own door, and now they are making a difference. A little or a big one, it doesn't matter, but they were or are part of a change. But something that will be taken into account. Instead of fighting against the standards to obtain what you want, not only fighting to achieve perfection, a perfection that we know does not exist, because that perfect person is not us. In the way, we must always keep in mind that the only way to deal with it is not to damage one of the most valuable things we have. Confidence. Confidence that can we do anything. Confidence that we're enough, and that when nobody believes in us, we know that we always will. Confidence, the only thing we really need is ourselves. Confidence that together we can change the world. Courage. And I want to leave something clear. In all this that is awaiting us, I am not telling you to not feel fear, because courage is not the absence of fear. It's that we know how to take risks despite it. Speak out loud, raise your hand, express something that doesn't seem to you, share solutions, ideas, and on that, take small actions that will lead you to great results. Tenacity. Tenacity decides everything that can make you fall. Tenacity in looking for more doors when one of them closes. Tenacity in finding defects in you, but do you know how to use these effects as a step backwards that will help you propel you forward? And why am I telling you all this? It is because, since we be little girls, we have been trained in the idea that we're fragile. We have to be cute, delicate, while with men, always with the idea that they have to take risks, and they congratulate them for that. But when it comes to a woman, no one trusts us. They tell us that we'd better not try because there is no possibility for us to achieve it. That we only will make a fool. But for me, take a risk, regardless of whatever and not it was good a result that came out of it, we must bear in mind that that risk was one of the bravest things we have done, and that we show that we're willing to try. Something to highlight is that achieving what we want not only affects us, but also the people around us. This world needs women with ideas and desire to make a change. Imagine a world without women, or a world as it was centuries ago. I better not get into this topic so much because I think I will get depressed. Better think how only with our courage we can change the world. And if you still don't believe me that the world needs our courage, you just think about how bad society is. The economy, the growth and progress of so many things. And this is because we're not teaching girls to be brave and ambitious. It is kind of ironic that I'm here talking to you about confidence and trust when I am full of insecurities. I still remember my first TED Talk, which I was about not to do it. And you know why? Because the first thing I thought is I wasn't up to such an event, that I wasn't good enough. But in the end, I decided to try it. And you know what? I don't regret it. Because that feel of empowerment that you feel when you're talking in front of everyone about ideas in the ones you believe made it worth every second. It is kind of ironic that I'm here talking to you about not trying to reach a limit of perfection when it's hard for me not to do it. As I mentioned, each one of us has our own obstacles. And as you can see, I am no exception. I struggle with insecurities and problems. But here I am, again, in front of you, overcoming all my fears, the ones I couldn't. Here I am, showing that it is possible. And just like me, like many women, it is only a matter to take the risk. Showing that breaking that cage that has locked up, unable to be free, unable to see that there is beyond what all people believe we're capable of. But if it is in your mind, or very deep of it, then it means it is not impossible. Because we know who we are, fighters, warriors, but above all, brave leaders, who are ready to show the best version of themselves. And that is how I want to stay with this talk, with this confident version of myself. And that is how I want you to stay. Find that or that's someone you've been waiting for so long. And when you found it, remember this talk and how you grown out since then. Of being a bull of insecurities and doubts to how would you be back then? And remember, do not forget this. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of being a woman. Thank you.